breakouts doesn't have to be harsh on your sensitive skin. New Cetaphil Gentle Clear contains balanced formulas that gently clear breakouts and soothe sensitive skin. Cetaphil, complete acne care for sensitive skin. Now in the acne aisle.
Oh, are you using Liberty Mutual's coverage customizer tool? So you only pay for what you need. Sorry? Limo, you're an animal!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Make sure to catch Celebrity IOU Joyride. It premieres Monday on Discovery Plus. It's fantastic. And you're all right, man. You're all right.
He's family
You're all
now.
right.
I'm going to pull up a sleeping bag here. You'll never get rid of me now.
Please come back and play with us again.
100%. Of course I will.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to leave you now with a sneak peek at my new show, Secret Celebrity Renovation. It's a great episode tonight with help from Miss Paula Abdul.
That is a total game changer.
Happening now.
As schools continue to report children testing positive with COVID-19, parents are left with the decision whether to quarantine their kids who may have been exposed. Coming up, reaction from parents.
Delaney Chavez, the mom of baby James, in court today. Her request to the judge and his ruling, that's coming up.
It is going to be hot and humid this weekend, but we do have a couple extra things to talk about, like when rain chances eventually return. Your forecast is coming up. The news at 5 starts right now.
First at 5, school is back in session for many districts, and at the same time, more children are coming down with COVID-19. There's an increased chance your child may eventually be exposed in a classroom.
TEA guidance says until a child tests positive or is actively sick with COVID-19 symptoms, parents can still send their kids to school, even if they've had close contact.
Tiffany Huertas has reaction from parents about this and what some area school districts are now offering students who are stuck at home.
During his week at home, there's no virtual learning options.
On the 5th day of school, Stephanie Adams' son, who is in 1st grade at Cibolo Valley Elementary School, woke up with a fever and sore throat.
We took him to the school nurse to get a COVID test done. Then we found out while we were there that he'd had close contact with someone who had tested positive the day before.
Stephanie says she is waiting on her son's results, and while she planned to quarantine him regardless, she's concerned about what others will do.
Are they taking the same precautions we are?
On our Facebook page, families shared what they would do if they were notified that their child may have been exposed to COVID-19 at school. We received mixed responses. We reached out to several school districts in our area. All have different plans in place. A spokesperson for Northeast ISD says quarantine is recommended for unvaccinated students who've had close contact with a positive case, but ultimately it's up to the parent. When students are out for COVID or quarantine, there will not be a penalty for those absences. Students are doing work at home, but the district is in the final stages of setting up remote conferencing so they will have access to teachers online. Harlandale ISD says if a student has close contact, then it is recommended that they quarantine for 10 days. All students that are absent due to medical reasons will have access to learning programs like Google Classroom or Seesaw. Students will complete work and also have time to make up work as their absences are considered excused.
Obviously, what we're doing right now is not working. It's not, we've got more cases every day and kids are getting more sick.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
During our chat on the News at Noon with Northside ISD Superintendent Dr. Brian Woods, he indicated that unlike other districts, quarantine would be mandatory for children who'd had close contact with a COVID-19 infected person. You can watch his entire interview right now on KSAT.com.
Meanwhile, over in Florida, the governor there taking his ban on mask mandates a step further, telling school districts they have 48 hours to comply or funds will be pulled. As ABC's Dan Lieberman reports tonight, President Biden pushing back, saying districts in Florida and elsewhere can look to federal funds to cover state cuts.
Lawyers from multiple Florida school districts meeting Friday to talk mask mandates, as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is now making good on his threat to pull funds from schools defying his ban on mask requirements. In a letter stating the cuts will equal to half the salaries of board members until, quote, each district demonstrates compliance. This as more than 17,000 patients are hospitalized across his state, with officials warning they're reaching a breaking point, with less than 7% of ICU beds available. Texas is dropping its enforcement of Governor Abbott's ban on school mask mandates after a Supreme Court ruling upheld one district's restraining order. A big win for dozens of districts defying Abbott. who is now tested positive with COVID. But across the South, grim scenes at hospitals.
We're experiencing wait times in the emergency room like we've never seen. They are waiting for hours and sometimes more than 24 hours in the emergency department.
And in Jackson, Mississippi, a funeral director saying he can barely keep up with the number of bodies, almost tripling from 2 months ago.
They will ask how long will it be before you can get here, because we need that space available. We got so many people downstairs waiting to get in. They always want you to come right on because they need the bed space.
Florida school districts define the governor's ban on mask mandates, saying they'll fight the move in court, but that Biden's Department of Education offer to use federal funds to cover the governor's cuts may not be something districts like Broward County want to do, because they worry that doing so could take money away from students, the last thing they say they want to do. Dan Lieberman, ABC News, New York.
New at 5, a mother arrested and charged with tampering with evidence in the death of her baby. In court today, Delaney Chavez and her attorneys appearing on Zoom for that hearing. Chavez facing jail time after the body of her son was found on a West Side property back in April. Erica Hernandez explains where this case now stands.
If you remember, back in April, Delaney Chavez was arrested and charged with tampering with evidence in the death of her son, James Chavez.
Baby James was first reported missing back on January 4th. He was last seen alive in security footage released by police from inside a drugstore. Chavez is shown pushing a stroller with her son. However, her next sighting was alone on a Via bus. In March, investigators found blood on a crib sheet inside the West Side trailer Delaney and James lived in. A month later, James's remains were found on the property of the mobile home.
State of Texas versus Delaney Chavez.
Today's hearing took place on Zoom in the 144th District Court, and it was an update on where the case stands. Chavez's attorney said they were ready for trial and wanted one immediately.
We are ready as of today on the tampering with evidence charge, and that we are opposed to the reset judge.
The court will certainly respect your client's speedy trial rights.
Last month, a PR bond was requested for Chavez, but it was denied by Judge Michael Mary.
If no additional charges are added against her, we could see a trial as soon as trials are permitted. At the Cadena Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
A fight over a cell phone. It's what San Antonio police believe led to a man being shot on the northwest side this morning. They say that suspect went into the victim's home at the Cordova Apartments on Callahan Road around 5 a.m. The suspect shot the victim in his belly and then took off running. He has not been caught. The victim taken to the hospital in critical condition.
President Joe Biden is defending his strategy in Afghanistan, saying the administration is ramping up evacuation efforts from the Kabul airport. But there are new hurdles getting both American citizens and Afghan allies out of the country. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest from Washington.
Facing backlash over a chaotic evacuation from Afghanistan, President Biden is doubling down.
There's no way in which you'd be able to leave Afghanistan without there being some of what you're seeing now.
In a speech from the White House, the president insisted American citizens and Afghan allies will be able to leave the country, even if it means extending the U.S. troop presence past the August 31st withdrawal deadline.
Let me be clear. Any American who wants to come home, we will get you home.
As many as 15,000 Americans and at least 60,000 Afghans who helped the U.S. are still trying to flee the country. And now more backlogs in getting them out. A U.S. official tells ABC News C-17 evacuation flights out of Kabul's airport have just resumed after a more than 8-hour delay. They were temporarily halted because the evacuee facilities in Qatar were at capacity. A State Department official tells ABC News the U.S. is now sending flights to other countries.
This is absolutely an all-hands-on-deck effort to ensure the safety of our personnel and citizens.
In audio obtained by ABC News, an Afghan pilot describes the danger of staying in the country during the Taliban takeover.
The situation is getting worse and worse, and the Taliban is just trying to find us, and they are searching for us. They called us, and they called me especially that where I am, and they told me that anywhere I should go, anywhere I go, they will find me and they will kill me.
As they ramp up their criticism of the White House, members of Congress in the House and Senate received briefings on Afghanistan from top Biden administration officials on Friday. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News,
Washington.
After nearly a 2-month stall, the Texas House is finally back in session.
Yeah, 3 Democrats from the Houston area breaking ranks with their colleagues and were present for roll call on Thursday, bringing an end now to the Democrats' quorum break. The question now is, will anything get done? Both sides remain at odds over the voting rights bill, and one local Democrat doesn't think anything is going to change.
I don't have a lot of hope that they're going to actually work across the aisle. They never did so. That's why the Democrats had to take the bold action of actually leaving the state of Texas.
I think there's that growing realization that there's so much important to be done that needs to override the issues that are out there now.
The current special legislative session runs through Sunday, September 5th.
Good evening to you. It's been a hot day. It'll be a hot weekend. Checking in with our weather watchers this afternoon or this evening. 98 in Del Rio, 93 in Lakey, also 93 in Leon Springs. You guessed it, as we get back in a little bit closer to Bexar and Comal counties. More mid to upper 90s on the board as we wrap up this work and for some of us this school week. Things will be quiet this evening. A slow drop through the low 90s into the 80s, but thankfully, just like yesterday, we'll carry a nice breeze all evening, even after the sun goes down. So if you've got dinner plans outdoors this evening, it'll be hot and muggy, but that breeze will be pretty persistent at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. More heat and humidity this weekend, but also a slim chance of rain tomorrow. We'll take a look at Futurecast and get you a look at your full 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Tim.
Thank you, Katie. We have a traffic alert to warn you about that'll affect traffic this weekend. TxDOT is finally moving along with demolishing the US 87 Main Street Bridge in Boerne. That means the main lanes of I-10 will be shut down in both directions from State Highway 46 to Scenic Loop Road.
The closure starting tonight at 9. It ends on Monday morning at 5. The work is part of TxDOT's I-10 Kendall Extension project, which is upgrading frontage roads and overpasses from State Highway 46 to Fair Oaks Parkway.
Now, this part of the project was delayed several times because of weather and a flock of migratory birds. We have more details about the project and the closure, planned detours right now on KSAT.com. Meanwhile, the new host of Jeopardy, Mike Richards, is already stepping down after sexist and inappropriate comments he made during a 2013 podcast resurfaced. Richards, an executive producer of the show, was set to take over after longtime legendary host Alex Trebek passed away last year. The search for Trebek's replacement took months, with several people trying out the role, including actors, former contestants, and ABC's George Stephanopoulos and Robin Roberts.
Well, ultimately, it should have still been the executives at Sony who looked into his background. And maybe the big question is, as executive producer, should he have been allowed to ever be a candidate to be host? And that's also a lot of what drove this backlash. Was it seemed like the fix was in, that he had his thumb on the scale, and that maybe it wasn't fair to these other contestants.
Richards is expected to remain executive producer of the show. The search for a new host is on once again.
Still ahead at 5, the food bank helping families in need. Why they say food distributions like today's on the east side are so important still. The San Antonio Food Bank feeding about 200 families today during a drive-through event on the east side. The food distribution was at the Universal Life Church on South W.W. White Road.
Fruits, vegetables, baked goods, and coffee, just a few of the items given away today. The food bank says it holds these events not only to help people with basic necessities, but also to show them they are not alone. If you are in need of assistance, just head over to safoodbank.org.
It's move-in day at Trinity University, and this year there are incoming students from 40 states and all around the world. Despite the public health crisis, Trinity University says it's seeing record enrollment this year. Our Jonathan Gota dropped by the university today and spoke with one incoming freshman about the start of the year. That's a little bit abnormal.
This is first-year student Elijah Maestas, unpacked and neatly settled into his home away from, well, the classroom. He says despite all the stress around everything COVID-19 related, he's thankful to have somewhat of a normal start to his first year in college.
Being able to really get that first year college experience has just been so amazing in every single way.
Elijah was born and raised in San Antonio and is a graduate of Fox Tech High School. He graduated top 3 of his class and says he's always been academically competitive. Says Trinity was one of 3 choices he had lined up.
I had my sights on Trinity and Rice and NYU. However, Trinity just really fit my needs in the aspect of being able to stay closer to home, and I really think that San Antonio and especially South Texas has such a culture that you really can't get anywhere else.
As the city navigates through a rise in COVID-19 cases, Elijah says he's confident and thankful the faculty and staff at Trinity have provided a safe environment for everyone.
I am so grateful for all of the steps that Trinity has taken in order to be able to have the first years and all of the class come onto campus and be able to really get that college experience.
Elijah counts with the support and encouragement of his parents, who he says have encouraged him to make the most of this experience.
Have those meaningful experiences that they had, you know, pre-COVID and pre any public health crisis, because it was so much more normal than it is now. However, just kind of learning to live in the new normal and just embrace it for what it is.
Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
It's Friday. Congratulations. You made it through another week. Let's take a live look outside with live cam tonight. We are over Elmendorf Lake Park near Our Lady of the Lake University. Looks like a little bit of a water park there.
Yeah.
Splash pads?
Splash pads, maybe. 96
today.
Yeah, 96 degrees out there. You know, the heat index, I'm guessing, has got to be around 100 or better.
Likely. That's a safe bet. And that's where we'll be through the weekend as well. So you'll want to find a cool spot, maybe next to a splash pad or a pool over the next several days. Here's a snapshot of our Saturday afternoon weather across the state of Texas. Maybe some upper 80s in the far northern tier of the state, but for the most part, it's going to be hot across Texas, and there will be a chance of rain actually across the southernmost part of the state tomorrow, including for us south of Highway 90 and also down closer to the coast. I do want to talk about the beach forecast for this weekend. Because of Hurricane Grace, there is a high rip current risk this weekend down on our Texas beaches. So maybe if you're heading down there for the weekend, you may already be on your way. So if you know of family or friends that have gone down to the coast, I was texting a few of my friends earlier this afternoon, please remind them that the rip current risk is high. Saturday, it may drop a bit by Sunday, but for now that still could be a concern all the way through the end of the weekend. There will also be a chance of some rain as we get into Saturday afternoon. That rain chance will drop off on Sunday. And again, the high rip current risk is because of effects from Hurricane Grace. This is a Category 1 hurricane as of 4 p.m. Maximum sustained winds of 90 miles per hour. Its movement is west at 10 miles per hour. And again, keep in mind, we're going to be feeling effects in terms of rip currents along our Texas beaches, even though the center of Grace is about 500 miles away from Corpus Christi. So it's way down to the south. But again, rip current issues along our Texas beaches this weekend. Here's the latest forecast cone for Hurricane Grace, could intensify to Category 2 hurricane status late tonight before making landfall. This will push inland during the day tomorrow near Mexico City, bringing a lot of rain to parts of that country. We also have another tropical system, Tropical Storm HENRI, which will be pushing north through the Atlantic tomorrow, approaching places like Long Island, the Hamptons, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts as a Category 1 hurricane Sunday afternoon. So there will be issues there. Meantime, here at home, very summer-like forecast for us, and in comparison, very quiet. Mid to upper 90s each afternoon with a higher heat index. A low chance of rain south of Highway 90 tomorrow. So let's take a quick look at Futurecast. First, temperatures at this hour, 97 at the airport, 100 in Del Rio, and 102 in Cotulla. No rain out on radar, and satellite just shows a few fair weather clouds. Skies will quickly become clear this evening, and then we'll pick up a few low puffy clouds early tomorrow morning. Into tomorrow afternoon, again south of Highway 90, I expect a few showers and maybe a rumble of thunder to try to sneak in from the south. Coverage of any rain tomorrow is going to be very, very low, right around 10%. Anything that pops up in the afternoon tomorrow south of 90 will fizzle out after sunset, and then will be rain-free through the second half of the weekend. So that's your chance of rain tomorrow. It is not much to write home about at all, and the overwhelming majority of us will just be hot tomorrow and on Sunday and through early next week. We will start flirting with that triple-digit mark a bit more here over the next few days, and then isolated rain chances kick in for us beginning on Wednesday. Guys.
Good. Got a little rain in the forecast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Larry's coming in hot to tell us all about his latest.
Boy, I saw that camera turning over there, and I'm like, I better get over here to my spot. And ta-da!
Nice, not even out of
Here I
breath.
am. Well, maybe just slightly.
It was a great dismount.
Hey, coming up, we are continuing our big game coverage previews, and today we're going to check in with the Brennan Bears, one of the best teams in the area this season, and UTSA tight end Leroy Watson says he's a utility knife. Coming up.
We're going to come out with the energy high, just coming out being dogs and just getting the job done.
Brennan Bears quarterback Ashton Dubose says his team is ready to go in big board sports. By this time next week, we'll be getting ready for a huge night of big game coverage, and one of our games will feature the Brennan Bears. Brennan went 10-2 last season and 7-1 in district, advancing to the third round in the playoffs, losing to Austin Vandergrift 20-6. The Bears are talented on both sides of the ball and favored to win District 29 6A. They have 14 starters returning, 8 on offense, 6 on defense. Junior quarterback Ashton Dubose is the real deal. Last season, he passed for 2,018 yards, rushed for 842 more, and accounted for 41 total touchdowns. Defensively, they pitched 2 shutouts and allowed an average of 11.33 points per game, but last season is now in the rear view.
I keep telling the kids is last year, and even though that builds momentum for this year, we still have to come out and perform and play, this year. It's a new team, it's 2021, and what happened in 2020 is great, but it's all about 2021 right now. We got new leaders, new team, and we have to respond accordingly. So at the end of the day, we got to have new leaders step up and lead, and it's a new team.
That really set the tone for us this year. We got a lot of standards to beat because, we got a lot of stud players who came in and set the bar for the program, and we're willing to work off of that.
It was good. I mean, we had a whole lot of sophomores last year. And we're juniors this year, and we got a whole lot of experience, so we're looking to do some good.
Brennan is the 17th ranked 6A school by Texas football. They'll open the season next Friday night at 7 with Reagan at Ferris Stadium. UTSA tight end Leroy Watson is among the 12 super seniors on the Roadrunners roster this season. He's returning for an extra year of eligibility, taking advantage of an NCAA blanket waiver for all 2020 fall sports student athletes due to COVID-19. The 6'5" tight end had 14 receptions for 176 yards last season. Today, he was asked to explain the tight end role with the Roadrunners.
Utility knife. We do everything. We pass, block, run routes, make spectacular catches, protect the quarterback, and we might run the ball every now and again. Tight ends are first and foremost protectors of the football, and then we are pass catchers and we're run blockers. So the ability to be able to have that speed to stretch the field down, to be able to stretch the field is amazing.
Last season, Watson was named honorable mention All-Conference USA at tight end.
Just days away now from high school football and college football.
Yeah, I'm
ready to run through a
for
wall,
it.
man.
I know, right?
Thanks, Larry.
We'll be right back.
Hot and muggy this weekend and into early next week. Then by the middle of next week, we'll bring back in a low-end chance of some isolated afternoon thunder showers, with the best chance being east of I-35. I'll have another full tropics update for you coming up on the news at 6, guys.
All right, we're keeping an eye on it. Thank you for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here for more local news at 6.